Orqa acquires ImmersionRC.
Yeah.
The maker of the goggles has acquired the maker of the Ghost module. I don't know. Rapid fire module.
So in one world, I think this is like, super crazy and awesome. And then on the other hand, it's like, we knew this was going to happen, right? So
I mean, they've been partnered. They've been sort of they've been living together for a little while. They finally tied the knot, I guess is one way to put it.
That's kind of how I think about it too. But it is very cool to see, I'm glad to see these two teaming up, because I do think it will overall just make an improvement for what both of them are producing. However, I'll be interested to see what comes out of them and how they continue to move forward. We've seen a lot of good stuff from them. I think the Orqa goggles are a good product. I don't think they're a bad product. A lot of people seem to be choosing them alongside or over the Skyo 2 or Skyo 4X or the H2. Yeah. We've even got that 533 version, which is a little smaller, a little cheaper. So there's now a cheaper option for a premium goggle that people might not want that bigger FOV. However, we've also seen things like the FPV control, which is a controller, which is a proprietary controller basically, that doesn't use up inner edge TX, can't flash them, and can only use one protocol, which is Ghost. So I think there's a lot of questions about where they'll move forward and how they'll move forward and what will come of that. So.
Yeah, if you look at ImmersionRC, they've had some products they do on their own, like the ImmersionRC Lap RF, the ImmersionRC RF Power Meter, and the PowerPlay DVR are some that come to mind. But it has always felt to me in some ways like the sort of soul of the company goes back to their partnership with Fat Shark, where they developed the module. I mean, I don't know that. I guess I'm making some suppositions here. I know that Fat Shark and ImmersionRC were operating out of the same building in Shenzhen, for example, and I had the impression that Tony Cake did a lot of the engineering for some of the Fat Shark stuff. We know he has the skills to make a module. So when they sort of came apart and ImmersionRC started partnering with Orqa, it seemed natural to me that they would come together, because that, at the end of the day, a rapid fire module is best when it's paired with a goggle, and Tony Cake has a lot of engineering chops, but he needs a company to help him, sort of market and produce those products. So I think there's a lot of potential here. If they can stay out of their own butt enough to stay in, because I think it's easy for you to sort of get up in each other's butt so much that you don't really know what's going on in the world, and you come up with products maybe that people don't really want or that aren't the best thing for your customer.
Well, it's interesting. I think, to me, I think this contrasts very well with the next thing we're going to talk about, because this is essentially, hey, we're two companies, so we're going to work together to create an ecosystem that you're going to like and you're going to be happy with and you're going to enjoy, right? And then instead, we've kind of got, and that's sort of like, it feels like they're in an echo chamber. I've said that before, and I think that's true. I think they kind of live in an echo chamber where they think all these ideas are great and they all tell each other they're great. And then
sometimes they are. Sometimes they are great.
Sometimes they are. And sometimes they aren't, though, I think, and they don't have that critical eye. It doesn't seem like sometimes internally they have the same critical eye. So Ivan goes on and talks shit on Facebook, which he's done a few times, about stuff, and then you have HD0, which is our next story.